Alright, good morning everybody. We went ahead and got with Josh this morning. We did the unboxing and everything yesterday. Checked out the screen, checked out what connections it came with. The kit is pretty simple. It comes with just your cable for your OBD2, and it comes with the mount on the back to be able to, you know, put the sucker pod or whatever that is to the window. So this morning we went ahead and got with Josh, got configuration file sent for logging. We went ahead and got a calibration built for the truck. Did some looking around on the device, and I gotta say, man, this thing is incredible. I definitely like it. So far, the best device I've dealt with. Seems to do everything you need to do, and then some on these vehicles. Has all the special functions. Has the your like crank relearn and stuff like that. But very solid, very easy to use. As long as you have good connection, this thing will sync, download, do everything you need it to do real quickly. The biggest thing for these, I think the biggest advantage for these devices is that many people don't like having to deal with laptops and sending revisions and getting files off emails and doing what you got to do. And this is the problem solver. This will take away all that, and without having to remove the device from your vehicle. As long as your internet's hooked up, and as long as you already got a revision or whatever set up ready to come in, all you got to do is come over here to this. You'll hook up your device, right? License the device, and then after you license the device, you'll go ahead and come over here and have your tuner send you a file. Once your tuner sends you a file, you'll come over here to make sure you're hooked up to the internet. In my case, it'll be hooked up to well, anyways, it's hooked up to my phone right now, so either my house or my phone, whatever is closest. Right now it's hooked up to my phone. You'll come over here to sync, and this is after you've confirmed that your tuner has sent you a file or a configuration file needed to log the vehicle. So you'll come over here, push the arc, it'll tell you want to verify that's the vehicle that you're connected to. Boom. As soon as you're hooked up to Wi-Fi, that's how easy you'll come in. You'll see right here it says 5-star tuning. In this case, this is my configuration file for logging, and this is the files that got sent in to me for to be able to load into the vehicle. In this case, I use 87 to, if I'm going to take it out the state or whatever, or cruise it kind of far that I don't want to be looking and scavenging for E85. I go ahead and set up the truck on 87 so I can make it to, like, for example, I drive 12 hours to Kansas, so that's one of the files that I'll use to get down there. And so these other two files this is the first file that I got from Josh, being it's the first file you built for this truck with this device. We got it put together, made some hits, made a log, got it sent in to Josh. This thing's really simple. So in this case, I got the file from Josh. The truck's been licensed and everything. Got the files from Josh. Went ahead and well, let me turn off the truck. That way we can go ahead and load the file. That'll be the file that Josh just sent me, which is a revision. We'll go ahead and when it's sync the file. File's complete. Maybe I did it wrong. This will be This will be the revision that Josh just sent me. So here, after it's been synced, you want to go ahead and flash it. And this thing flashes pretty dang fast compared to a lot of, well, I guess it depends. It depends on how you're downloading the file. If you're using MVPI2 or RTD. If you do calibration, it's probably as fast as calibration. If you're using entire, then it's probably a little longer than using entire. I mean, way shorter than using entire. But for the most part, this thing loads and does things quickly. Writing it to the PCM, and it does another little prompt. There you go. This thing is, look, that's how quickly it flashed the file. Go ahead and turn it off. Being that most of your devices ask you to turn it off after it's being flashed. Turn it on. New file in there. Okay. So in this case, you'll want to go ahead and make a log for, and there you go. Bluetooth sensor trying to find content. Takes a couple seconds and boom, lines out. There you go. So anyways, you'll go ahead and once your logs in and everything, you do some driving. You know, you want to do some driving around, you want to do some logging. Go ahead and come to your gauges. In this case, it has a bunch of different stuff that you can, different ways you can set it up. But I like this one because it has the RPM right in the middle, which, well, there you go. So it has the RPM right in the middle, which that's kind of, I dig that. So you can do a lot of different styles, or the 12 or 6, whatever you want to do. But in this case, when you're going to go do a data log, it's really simple. All you got to do is just touch the middle and then start recording. Start recording and make a log. Get the log sent into your, or get the log saved. Let's just say that that's the log that we got right there. Go ahead and stop recording. Once you're done, stop recording. Come back over here to Avid. Come over to, I think it was sync. There you go, sync. Then you're gonna send a log. You verify that this is the vehicle that you're logging. Touch the VIN. Select the VIN. Once you select the VIN, it'll tell you to select whatever company you're sending to. And this is kind of like the N-Gage in a way, somewhat, but this one, so this, if you're using it for this vehicle, exact vehicle you have now, let's say you have two F150s, let's say for some reason you have two F150s and you tune them with two different, I don't know, two different tuners or whatever, the same tuner. You just got to verify that what truck you can license both of them. You just got to verify which truck you're logging, which truck you're loading a file into, but you can use it with more than one vehicle. You can use it with more than one vehicle. You can go ahead, let's say you own two F150s and they're both tuned by 5-star. I'll get in this one, load a file, and it's licensed to this one, and it's licensed to the other one. Go ahead and load the file to this one, get off. Let's say you have a file for the other one too, you go run it to the next one. Just verify what VIN number that one is. Go ahead and load a file to that one, and you can do logs for both. You just have to go back and forth for VIN numbers. But very, very awesome device. Very awesome device. Definitely, I feel like it's ahead of the game right now. It is closer to about, seems, I think it probably shipped and somewhere around $750 shipped and taxes on the 5-star website right now. But for most of those guys that have been asking, you know, when N-Gage coming back, if N-Gage coming back, is there any way we can get an N-Gage? This is gonna be definitely way better than an N-Gage. It's gonna do everything you need it to do, and you can use a cloud to go back and forth with your tuner without ever having to remove the device from the truck. In that case, I would have, you know, as soon as I push select, I touch the 5-star, push select, boom, it sends it to Josh. So he receives it, he tells you, texts you or inboxes you, hey, you got a revision in the cloud or whatever. So after you send that to Josh, you come back over here, and let's say you're doing it on the, let's just say you're on one-on-one basis with Josh. You go ahead and he tells you, yeah, send your revision right back. Shit, truck's on. You're driving down the road or whatever, which I don't condone. Don't be driving down the road and trying to do this at the same time. But let's say you pull over, you sync it, arc it, and automatically your new revision. So you'll verify that that's the truck that you, or in my case, the truck that I'm using. It's syncing from the arc. He's already. So you'll go to 5-star tuning, and there'll be a new revision for the truck. So let's say there'll be a 4th one there. So as long as you have internet and you're going back and forth with the tuner, this thing will be just downloading them on its own. And that, yeah. So it seems to be a pretty simple setup to do, stress-free. I mean, I'm sure every device is gonna pop up later down the road with its little glitches and whatnot, but as of right now, man, it's definitely, to me, it's ahead of the game, doing what it needs to be doing. For those older heads out there that don't like to deal with laptops and computers and whatnot, this is the one. This is the device that's gonna be for you. The device will never have to leave the vehicle. You can go ahead and get with your tuner. Hey, I need a tune here. I need a log saying, I mean a configuration file saying here, and as long as you, which most days nowadays every phone will allow you to, you know, hotspot. So in my case, I hotspotted the device to my phone, and it would send files, the logs and files back to me really quickly. So definitely a device that I really think most people should try at least once in their vehicle. You know, if you like it, you like it. You don't. But for, you know, for the money, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Save you having to buy a laptop. Save you the stress of having to go through email files, looking for a file they sent you a week ago and you completely forgot about. This will just, as long as they load it into the, I would imagine, I think it's called the ARC. You just go back in there, load it, sync it, then load it, and flash it onto your device or your vehicle. So definitely a badass device for what it is. It's gonna be a, I know that I've been getting asked by a lot of people if I could make a little video on the device and how it worked. But man, as of right now, I'm loving this thing, man. It's totally great. Does everything I need it to do. Very simple to use. Never has to leave the vehicle. Don't get mistreated going, taking it inside the house, forget it on the table. Next thing you know, kids grabbing it, throwing it around. This is what you need. That way it never leaves the vehicle. Just hook up to Wi-Fi. Talk to your tuner, get your tuner to send you a file, send you a configuration file, and you'll be set. This will be the easiest, to me, the easiest device that I've had to deal with. Don't have to carry around. The TDN is actual. I don't knock on the TDN. It just seems like the TDN stuff is kind of the same, but you don't got a screen for one. You don't got a screen. It kind of has little times here and there where it don't want to connect and does connect and don't want to connect. But to me, this is gonna be the one that people should really try at least once to see if they like it in their vehicle. But to me, unless they upgrade their devices or Avid decides they make an upgraded version, this is probably going to stay in this truck to the day this truck is no longer here or no longer in use. So I hope this has been a little good video on this little tutorial or whatever on this device. If y'all see anything that you guys think I should be targeting as far as looking into these, you got little Wi-Fi settings. You know what, before I forget this. Okay, so here's another little one that I felt like people needed to see. So let's go back out. We'll go ahead and go to settings. We'll go to power settings. And right here, anything under 12.9, within 5 minutes, the screen will turn off. But I couldn't get it to turn off the first night. I was like, God dang, came out here and this thing was on. And I was like, man. But I got with Josh, and Josh went ahead and told me the way to set it up, which is kind of self-explanatory, right? So anything under 12.9, this thing will turn off within 5 minutes. And another thing is you got to exit all the way out. So let's say you just set it there and you decide you want to watch it for 5 minutes. Now you can actually have to get out the screen and watch it for the next 5 minutes. But yeah, that's the little tutorial. I figured I'd give you all a little shout and a little video on what it's looking like. But all I gotta say, man, is this thing is great. I definitely love it. Like dealing with it. This is probably the right away off the bat. What you'll see me do is grab this thing and put the kids and watch it running around down the road, you know. But definitely a great device. I guess they're called the Advanced Vehicle Interface device. Definitely killed it with this device, man. Props to making this device. And so here's a little video. We're gonna go ahead and get a log done on this thing. Went ahead and put it in sport mode. Got everything we got to get done with the truck. Right here in the middle of old Mexico. I guess that's what you want to call it. So anyways, we'll go ahead and get our log ready to set up. You see right there, it says start recording in the middle. We'll go ahead and start recording, and you'll see at the top log getting made. Make sure that you have everything ready to go as far as being able to log the vehicle, and make sure that your truck is already, you know, in my case it's in sport mode. AC off, which I think that's the biggest, from my understanding, that's the biggest killer on these compressors. I see a lot of people's compressors taking a dump on them and everything. You want to, sorry guys, I'm trying to get these cars to cruise by, but I've noticed that a lot of people complain about the compressors taking a dump and this and that. This truck went like, I don't know, 50 or like 59, 60,000 miles with the same compressor. But what I do before I make a hit is I turn it off. Last thing you need is that clutch engaged trying to rev 7,500 or whatnot. But in this case, you know, so I'll show you a little tutorial on how to get this thing, so we can go ahead and get a log set for Josh. Usually make a log of all the gears I utilize, you know, make sure there's no flaring or anything. So get a little bit of driving, get your wide open throttle pull. Then find a safe place to park or whatever you need to do. Okay. Pulled over in some Federales ranch. All right, let's turn this AC back on. It's too hot. So here, the log is done. You're done logging. Jump in there. Stop the log. You see we're still hooked up to the Wi-Fi. From here, we'll go ahead and hit the Avid, jump out. You'll go ahead and come over to Flash. Or Flash. My bad, Sync. You'll go to Sync. You'll go over to Send the Log. You'll see the logs in there. You'll pick the VIN number that you're dealing with, which is the truck that you're currently in logging. That's kind of a cool little, I guess, quotes or whatever on this device. Then I'll be messing with Josh with the logging as well. So I'll go ahead and hit select. And there'll be the, well shit, I don't, I guess I'm gonna go with 012, right? So it'll be the latest one right there. And I'll go ahead and sync it. And the data log upload is done. It's really simple. So as soon as you're done, maybe, I'm not sure exactly how it happens, how you all deal with your tuner, but get with your tuner, let him know you done sending the data log, and that way he can get a revision built for you or tell you that the truck is running just fine, and that'll be it of that. So just wait for a revision. Appreciate it, guys.